Hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? It is August 30th. Our summer is almost over. Will not miss the humidity, but I'm not quite ready for cooler temps yet. Getting there though. Getting there. I think when I decorate my ledges and downstairs with the fall colors and the pumpkins this week, then I will be feeling it. So I hope everybody is doing well. As I said, today is Wednesday, August 30th. My name is Colleen Magnus, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I come to you live every Wednesday at noon Eastern Time to share some creativity. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today, and I have some fun cards to show you. The kit collection is on sale now. Now, Stampin' Up! Has kits, and they are for beginners. They make great gifts. They're for the Avid stamper, and I'm going to show you 3 cards. I'm going to show you how it's made in the kit so you can see how simple that is. And then I am going to create a card with parts from the kit, not even using the card base. I think you'll like it. And then I am going to have to do a specialty fold. You all know I just can't shy away from that. And it is called a fold back card. Just like the faux shutter cards are all the rage right now, I guarantee you the faux, I'm not the faux, but the fold back cards, back fold cards, they are on the edge. We saw them, as I saw it for the first time, at an event called Backstage, and I think you'll love it. I think you're going to see a lot of them soon, but I want to show you how it's made with the kit. So as I just said, I was in Las Vegas last week at an event called Backstage. It is a leadership event that Stampin' Up! Puts on, and it was amazing. If you have ever been to any Stampin' Up! Event, they just go above and beyond. They really do, whether it's a convention, a leadership event, it's just so much fun. It blows me away to see all the friends I have made in 21 years. We just all come around from all over the world now. We have Canadian, we have, so many countries we are in. And they just fill us with great guest speakers, with content. We learn from other demonstrators. And then they just kind of spoil us rotten, which we always love. So I was hoping you would see it. Let me turn this down. I have a shirt. It says Love Stampin' Up! And I want to tell you what they did for us. When you get there, first of all, we stayed at the Red Rock Resort. Amazing place. It was beautiful. It was huge. Food was good. It was really awesome. They picked a wonderful venue. And then, of course, we had all of different classes that we signed up for. The first night, we have a dessert social. So there's all these wonderful desserts on the grounds. It was outdoors. Got my fill. Had a great time with that. Then after the conference, they always do something special. So since we were in Vegas, they had a theme all week long, and it was music and Beatles. So, of course, we're just thinking, yeah, we love the Beatles. We're not really putting 2 and 2 together. And then the last day, we got our love shirt. And after the conference that night, they had a spread of awesome hors d'oeuvres, big dessert. And then they whisked us off to one of the casinos to see the Beatles Love Cirque du Soleil show. It was wonderful. And of course, we all wore our shirts. But I just can't stress enough. If you love stamping, if you want to have fun as a community, because we are just a community of crazy stampers, please talk to me. Please let me know, because I have the best Stampin' family around, I believe. These are people who just purchased a starter kit to get that discount, same as I did almost 22 years ago. And it's just a lot of fun. I guarantee you it would be a wonderful journey for you too. So with that, let me show you just a few things, and then I'll show you a few things that they gave us. We all got a swag bag with all these little arrows that says Stampin' Up! And in this were our convention books. We had this awesome notebook with everything printed out for us to take our notes. On the bag was this beautiful Stampin' Up! Scarf. So when it gets a little cooler, I will be able to wrap that around my neck and look fashionable and stay warm. And then I'll show you some of the other things when I turn the camera down, which we are getting ready to do. So let me do that, and promise we're going to stamp. But let me boot up here, and I can see who has joined me. And let me put this down right now. Y'all hold on. Having a hard time flicking that. I'm directionally challenged today with my camera. How's that? Okay. So let me get down here and see who has joined me and see. Good, I'm pretty well straight in here. So hello, Patty, Gwen, Sarah, Hazel, Bren, Renee, Ellen, woohoo, Diane, Barb. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining me. And others will be coming on too. But let me just show you real quick. When you get there, it's great. Stampin' Up! Gives you a name tag. And this was our name tag. It was a lot of fun. And they also had a card with it. Because, you know, they keep a theme. So we're in Vegas. So you had to have your cards. And mine was a Queen of Hearts. And one of the fun things that they did was that during a lunchtime, you either had to make, I think it was a straight, flush, something. I don't know. I'm not a poker player. Thankfully, I just held my card out and people who needed a Queen of Hearts came and found me. But you had to find 5 other cards that went together. And this got you to meet new people and to be introduced to new people. Because I can honestly tell you, I have met some of my dearest stamping friends at Stampin' Up! Events. You all know my dear friend Tanya Reed. We do team events together. We do bingo together. I met Tanya in 2014 in Houston, Texas at a leadership event. So, you know, glad we have name tags because we end up meeting so many people. But some of my dearest friends I have met at a Stampin' Up! Event. Then we got this really cool piece here. These are stick pins. We had notepads, some cool pens, paper clips, our Backstage Las Vegas pin, and then some magnets. Just, you know, fun things that they give you. And then that awesome binder. We also, when you found your flush or your, whatever the poker things were, 3 of one kind, 2 of another. Oh, and then what do you call a run? Like 7, 8, 9, 10 jack. That was the other one. Promise I'll brush up on my poker skills. Or not. But that's what we had to do. And when you did, the 5 of you went up to the place where you checked in. And you got these fun stickers. And then also in our bag, you have these patches. So you could put these patches on anything you want. Got the skyline. Oh, and on our table, we had a whole skyline. I mean, just, again, fun and just, they pay so much attention to detail. Love, love, love my Stampin' Up! Okay. So the reason I wanted to do a kit today and tell you about it and step it up for a few reasons. First of all, kits, you don't have to do them just the way they are. The kits are perfect because we have all different kinds of kits, and the one I'm going to show you today is an all-inclusive kit. So it pretty much comes with everything you need except the adhesive, but it even has dimensionals. So this is called the Cozy and Bright Kit, and all of our kits are on sale, but only through tomorrow. Today is August 30th. Tomorrow is the 31st, y'all. And oh my goodness, Friday is September 1st. So they are on sale up to 30% off. And basically you can go to creatingwithcolleen.com, click shop now, and then under menu, select kits. And you will see all of them because we have a lot of wonderful kits. So this is Cozy and Bright. It's normally $23 and it's on sale right now for $18.40. Now I immediately loved this kit when it first came out because I love the colors. You can see all the different colors, and again, they're beautiful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what's in the kit, and then I'm going to make the card as the kit has it. Then again, I'm going to do a middle card, and then I'm going to do an Avid special fold. So I hope you all brought your lunch and you can eat your sandwiches while I am doing all of this. So first you get your stamp set, but I did print it out so you could see it better. But you have 6 stamps. Celebrate the season. All is cozy and bright. May this holiday warm your heart. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. Orange, you glad it's Christmas? Because they feature oranges in this. Happy Christmas and a joyous new year. So this set, of course, you could use on future cards or with your kit. You get what's called a Stampin' Spot. So the ink comes with it. This is Poppy Parade. You also get a clear block. So you have that to put your stamp set on. As I said, you get dimensionals. I have some twine here. And then they have all the different sheets. So these, in this kit, these are actually, they're a wonderful thick cardstock, but they're stickers. So you get all of these. Then you have a larger orange. Now these are not stickers, but they punch out very nice. You don't have any of those little tabs around the edges when something's been punched out before. You have great clean cuts. Then you have your little banners that pop out here. And these get to pop out because this is what you will stamp your words on. So you can mix and match any of the words that you have. You have these beautiful, beautiful card bases. And then you also have coordinating envelopes. So as a tease, I'm going to show you the second card I'm making. I'm actually using the envelope because I like to get as much bang for my buck as I can out of my kits and with everything else. So you're going to get the supplies to make 12 cards, but it's up to you how you use those supplies to make it even greater. So first we're going to take this card and again, I'll make it just like the kit. When you get this, what's nice is I'm a visual person. So I don't like to do a whole lot of reading. I like to see. And they give you just enough reading to make sense, but definitely visual. So they're telling me, okay, Colleen, for this card, I'm going to need a card base. I am going to need, let me see here. You can't see the one, but I'm going to need these because I'm going to need a small orange and a little star. I have my twine here. I'm actually just going to use my large Poppy Parade ink pad instead of the spot. I have this right here. And then you also have these really cool little cinnamon sticks. Because if you're going to have citrus, you need your cinnamon sticks. Okay. Then when you open this, it pretty much just walks you through it. It's telling you use your Poppy Parade. Stamp on the white piece. It shows you put 3 dimensionals on here. Well, number 2, I guess I should go in order. Well, let me just do that. But anyways, it shows you every single thing to do. So first thing it said was to pop out, because I already lost the one I popped out. I'll get it later. You're going to pop out your little banner, and we are going to stamp, "May this holiday warm your heart." So I've got my little clear block here. Pull off my photopolymer stamp. Put this on here. I'm going to live dangerously because I didn't grab my pad earlier. I always like to have something, a little cushion under my photopolymer. But here I'll just take my pad. "May this holiday warm your heart." And I have my little banner. So from this, step 2 tells me to take one of the smaller oranges. And these are self-adhesive, but they're nice because they're a cardstock. And I'm just going to kind of put this in here. You know me, I don't like to push down until I get everything where I want it. It tells me to take my orange slice, put 3 dimensionals on it, which I do anyways. If I'm doing a circle, I always like to do a triangle. So how many of you have bought our kits before? Put out a yay or a nay. Hey, Sarah. Let me know if you've bought our kits. And if you haven't, I encourage you to buy them while they are on sale. So here, I've put my 2 oranges on. Now, here's what I love about Stampin' Up. They tell us to take a 12-inch piece of the twine. They give you so much. So I'm going to take 12 inches and show you just how long that is. I think there's nothing more challenging and will drive you crazy than trying to tie, if you're trying to tie a ribbon with a piece of string and it's too short. So they're very, very generous in the supplies that they give you. So here I'm going to just tie this around here. And you know, never ties this as easy when everybody's watching, but that's just life. I will pull this, but look, so I have a bow. Look how much I have extra. I did not have to make my fingers all nimbly trying to squeeze it in there. So y'all let me know if you've bought the kits before. Even if you haven't, that's an okay answer. That just tells me hopefully you will soon. So on here, it's showing me that I'm actually going to put, see, this is what I love. This is my cinnamon stick. I don't know if you can see those two little circles. It's showing you where to put the dimensionals. So I am going to end up putting one like on the flower part and then down here. And I am going to actually, they're so nice and large, I'm going to actually just trim that down a little bit. So when I have this, I will peel off, put that around the back here. I've got my paper trying to hold on to my twine. Here we go. Made me mess up my bow. Hold on one second. I had it stuck to the back of the dimensional. There we go. So looking at my picture, I am going to put this one down here. I probably could have put my orange up a little higher. Y'all know I got to take it apart and do it the way I want it, whereas if I just acted like that's where I wanted it, you would never know. But that is why you don't push down. You don't push anything down towards where you want it. Now for here, they are showing me that I'm only going to put the dimensionals on this side because this is already laying up on the top, which is something I would certainly tell you. In fact, they kind of put it over, but I think I like it right there. Again, you have freedom with your kit on what it is you want to do. Let me see here. Okay. So I will put two, because sometimes if you just put one, it would tend to pivot on you. Oh, very good. Stephanie said she bought a bunch of the kits and then she took them to Wisconsin to introduce them to Stampin' Up. And that is good because y'all know sometimes stamping can be a little intimidating because we like to have so many supplies, but you don't. That's the great thing about it. Now I want to show you. My card is done. I don't know if anybody was timing me. I know I talked a lot in the beginning, but wow, what a beautiful card in such a small amount of time. And you were going to get 12 of these cards. And again, right now it's on sale for $18.40 with the coordinating envelopes. And I think that always, with the envelopes, I think it always adds so much. So Deborah says she has done the card kits before and they are gorgeous. And you're right, Deborah, they videos do not do them justice. They are quick and easy. Renee has the kits but haven't used them yet. I think the kits are great because one, they're quick and easy. Two, like Stephanie said, you know, it introduces somebody to stamping who may be intimidated. You saw how simple that was. And every single thing was in my kit. Really, everything. I said you needed adhesive, but honestly, I think you only need adhesive if you do the stepped up cards that I'm doing because I didn't use adhesive with this. And I think they're also great too because if you travel, they're, you know, you're not packing up everything to take with you. You could throw this little box in your suitcase. If you're in a hotel or just need to pass a little time, then you can make some real pretty cards. So this is how the kit comes. Beautiful as it is. All right, so now I'm going to step it up. So what you're going to need for this card, you are going to need, put my stuff aside here, it's going to be a mess, hot mess in a little bit. We are going to use our card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. So we know this is my card base, and even though you score it, always match up your corners because it can be off just a little bit. Trust me, that is experience talking. You are going to need one of your cards, and I'm actually making 2 cards out of this. You're going to need a piece of Poppy Parade that is 4 3/8 by 3 1/8. Okay, and then your envelope. So I'm going to trim this card base right here to 4 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then I'm going to cut my envelope to 4 1/4 by 3. And y'all always know I like to use the 8ths because I like that thin little edge. But you could always just bring this down a notch. Instead of 5 3/4, you could have done 5 1/4. Instead of 4 1/8, you could do 4. So it's all what you are comfortable in doing. But what I will do first is I am going to take my card base and I'm going to separate it. So I know this is 4 1/4, so I'm just going to go to 4 1/4. That's my scoring blade. I'm going to cut it, and this is a piece I'm going to use. This is a piece I'm using on my next card when we do our specialty fold. So for this piece, I'm going to trim it down to 4 1/8. So 4 1/8. See, it's just a smidgen, but that's why I like it. To 5 3/8. So it's 5 1 2 3/8. It's an eighth under 5 1/2. Okay. So now that I have this here, I'm going to take and put this here. Stephanie bought kits for her nieces and nephews. Stephanie, I did too, because it's not just card kits. The kits are amazing. They also have a lot of tag kits. If you're looking for Christmas tags, a lot of great tag kits. They have a wreath with flowers on it. I bought my grandchild Zoe the memory notebook. It had a beachy theme. It was awesome. It had all the stickers. Everything was just so bright. And she was able to take pictures on our lake trip last year and then scrapbook them at the lake. So do check out the kits. It's not just cards, y'all. It's a lot of fun. They even have one that's a magnetic board that you could put pictures or cards on and decorate it up. You may not have even known there were kits out there. So for this, I'm using the back of the card, and all I've done was put this here, and then I'm going to take the envelope. So with the envelope, I'm going to cut it so that it's 4, oops, let me get my right measurements here. Trim the card base. Here we go. 4 1/4 by 3. I had them separate. So this is so in the corner, I can't cut that. So I am going to go 4 1/4 and then 3 up. So since I know this is here and I can't do this at the top, it's easier. I've got this here. So I'm going to come over to 4 1/4. I'm not cutting my orange. So there's 4 1/4, and then I will go to 3. Just like that. Now, when I first did this, I was thinking, I've got this, maybe I need to try to cut this off, and I don't think I do, because nobody knows it's back there, and I think I would do more damage to the envelope by trying to cut it off. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my Tumbo liquid glue here on the edges, and that is going to hold it shut. I'll just put that down. So here I have this card piece, and now I'm going to stamp. Again, I'm using Poppy Parade. I could use the spot they gave me or my ink pad. And I'm going to take, let me see what stamps I want to use. Happy Christmas and a Joyous New Year. And again, the nice thing about a photopolymer is that they don't give. So you can slightly rock it if you don't have any ink on here. And that's what I'll do since I don't have this on anything cushy, because I want to make sure I get it on here. So let me just kind of, oh gosh, white on white. Hold on, y'all. I got a little cushy under there now, because my head's not completely under here. So let's hope this is straight, or at least straight enough. Oh yeah. So happy Christmas and a joyous new year. Look, I did get my finger in there. So when I'm done, I'm just going to take, I've got, let me see if I've got it handy. It is a sand eraser. Here we go. Always keep this handy. It is called a sand eraser, and I know it works great on cardstock. Let's see if it works on the envelopes. But basically, it lightens up to where you're just kind of scraping off, yeah baby, it's working, the ink. So y'all know I'll teach you what to do, I'll teach you what not to do. Do not put your fingers, see, that's the culprit. Do not put your fingers in the ink pad, but if you do, get one of these little sand erasers. And it has saved many, many a card for me. There. Moving on. Dang, I got some up here too. Alrighty then. Just trying to build y'all's confidence now for stamping. You should be there. So here I have my Poppy Parade, 4 3/8 by 3 1/8. And I'm just going to glue this on here. But the thing of it is, you know, I think sometimes when people watch videos, at least when I do, I don't watch many of them. I need to start watching more. But I feel like everything is so perfect. And I got to let you know, things aren't always perfect in my world. They're always good, but perfection is not always there. So you have to learn how to fix these things, you know? How many of you have ever, like, put two things together and then you need to take it off? Well, instead of ripping your designer paper off, take a piece of dental floss and go in between the two cards, and when you pull it, it breaks that glue. Or, again, with a little sand eraser, you will save many of your cards. So make sure your card's going in the right direction. And they're done that too. And I am going to just put on the dimensionals here. Okay. Now, Colleen wanted to emboss this. Y'all know I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm going to start, I believe I'm going to start doing videos with the kits, but I want to show it as it is for the beginner stamper, and then I want to step it up, and then I want to show it for the Avid stamper. So let me know in this video if you're liking what you're seeing, how you can use different things. So I probably would have even gone ahead and embossed this with a folder, but trying to keep it simple, saying, hey, you don't need the die cutting machine. You may want one and you may get one eventually, but it's not necessary to create. And then I think I'll just take one of these little guys, because they are the stickers, and put it on the top. And very, very simple here, you've got a card. So I didn't even use the card bases. So keep in mind how many cards you could actually get out of this. This is the envelope. I can just put the card in a standard envelope and then put that there. So that's my second card. So now y'all know I have to step it up because that's what I love, are my special folds. And let me show you what you're going to need for that. Let me get these things out of the way. Okay. So Amy Wilson was my friend that I was at. Actually, I was with five traveling friends and then a whole bunch of friends when I got there. But Amy had this card, and I think a lot of us are just seeing it now. It's called a back fold card. So the thing that's cool is whatever you're attaching, it's on the back because it folds open. And I actually made this to where I can tuck it under the front here so it stays closed. But that folds back, your card opens. Isn't that cool? So this is what I'm going to show you how to make now. So with your back fold card, you are going to need a piece. This is soft seafoam, but you're going to need a piece of 5.5 by 7.5 inches. Y'all let me know if you've seen this back fold card fold already. Again, it was new to me. But you're going to have 7.5. You have to cut this down to 7.5, and then 5.5 inches high. And then you're going to score it at 3 1/4, and you're going to score it at 6.5. So with this, what I'm going to do is this actually, let me get right here. This will go back, because see, it's a back fold card. So that will go back, and then this folds. And you know, it looks smaller here, and it is, but when it's flat like this, it is your standard card. It is 4 1/4 by 5.5, so it will fit in all of our envelopes. But again, to open it, it goes like that. So that is your card base. So for the card front, for this piece here, I'm going to cut it down. It's going to be 5 3/8. So it's a little bit higher there. So I'm just going to go to 5 1 2 3/8. I'm measuring off here, and I will trim this. Take that little piece off. So now it's going to be, when I cut it either way, it's going to be, Let me do just a smidgen less. 1, 2, 3, right there. Make sure I got it. Okay. Yep, it was right. So 5 3/8. And then for this card here, I am going to cut the card front 3 1/8 and then a 7/8. Okay, so if I go 3 1/8, 1, 2, 3 1/8. That is my first piece. Now, this needs to be, I was kind of dilemmas, like what should I do? Because with this here, it's 7/8, and I really wanted the berries. So it's like, do I go with how it matches or do I leave my berries? And I chose to leave my berries. So I'm cutting it to where my berries are there and the pine cones get cut off, and it will be 7/8 of an inch. When I do start doing the videos, I will probably leave it to a 1/4 inch because you guys are my avid stampers. A lot of you are. But I wouldn't want to overwhelm somebody. I would just keep it basic measurements. So with this, I'm going to put this piece on here. And I like to use my liquid glue. Granted, you really don't get it off if you make a mistake, so I do like living on the edge occasionally. But the reason I like it is because I can move it around. So this is going on the piece that's going to fold back. You get a little bit of wiggle room as far as getting it right. And then, because it'll be like that, then this piece is going to go on the front right here. And I don't really have to worry about those pine cones matching up perfect because I will have an orange slice over that. So here, just to make sure I can see it better, I will put this on here. Again, good that I can move it. Pull it just slightly. There we go. So this is your card, but it's going to fold back like that. Now, I found it was easier to do the inside before I do all these things in the middle. So what I will do now is I'm going to take that Poppy Parade in the basic white, and I am going to at least put these two together on here. Actually, I think I'm going to stamp it first. Orange, you glad it's Christmas. So Renee said she's definitely going to have to do this with your kit. Good, Renee. Get those kits out and play with them. I have a lot of kits. And I need to really start using them, of course, because they're just awesome. There, I like that one better. Okay, so this now, that one was just slightly crooked, but just enough to drive me crazy. Okay, so I will put this on here. Line it up. So, Bren, you're my special fold queen also. Have you done this one, Bren? So you've got the kit, but have you done this fold, the back fold card? Inquiring minds want to know. All right. Then I'll put this on here. And the reason I wanted to do this now was when I first put the orange on, when I originally did this card this morning, my orange was in the way and I was trying to slide it underneath there. So that's my front. That's how it's going to open. Let me put one of these cute little things in here. I think I'll put one there, and then my orange will go over there. So for decorating the card, first I need to go back and get another one of my little banner pieces. Let me grab those, my pieces here. I will take Poppy Parade and Let Us Celebrate the Season. Can y'all believe it's going to be here soon? I am not one who decorates so early for Christmas because I am a fall person. Again, I just haven't had the time just getting back from backstage, but it is on my goal by the end of this week to have everything fall in the house, all my colors. Because really the sad part is you really only get to celebrate fall until the end of November. Because December 1st, if it's not out beforehand, you better have your Christmas out. Or your friends will be talking about you. Okay, so when I stamp this, I want to stamp it all the way to the left. And I'll just celebrate the season. Okay, let me close this because I sure don't want to put my pad in there. Now, when I first did this card, I tried it. Again, we have two different sizes of oranges. So we have the large one, which I thought would be kind of overpowering, and then we have the smaller one. So the large one is actually, it's just the pop out. Nice cardstock, but this one is a sticker. So I don't want it to be sticky, so there's a couple things you can do. If you have an embossing folder, let me get a scrap piece of paper here. Not an embossing folder. If you've got an embossing buddy, anybody who has embossed, we need to do that one day. It's just like talc powder in here. And it's to keep your embossing powder from sticking on the paper. But that works where it's not sticky. I mean, after all, you're in the stamp room, try to use something that you can stamp with. But also, if you don't have that, you just get some talcum powder or something along that line. Now, the trick to the back fold card is that whatever you have, it actually attaches to the fold. It goes up like that. So it's not on any part of the front. So what I did is I took 2 mini dimensionals and I just put them on the very edge. Normally I do like to put them on the back here. You can put them on the back of the fold itself. But I will peel these off and see where I would like to put this. Let me see. There's my 2 there. I can kind of slide it over to where I feel where they are. And of course, what's the trick? You don't push it down till it's where you want it. If you have ever listened to me, you know that. So I lightly put it on there. I can see I don't see them here. They're not hanging over. So that will be good. I can put those down. Now, not knowing how well the tie-in would go again. Look, I already have my twine tied on here. So that worked pretty well. Now I don't want to put a dimensional on this side because I want that to kind of go on here and hold my little orange slice down. So I'll put one like here in the back of here. So on those left-hand sides. One here, one in the middle. That's always good. And when I do put it in the middle, sometimes I actually put it on the string so it would hold the string in place. And one there looks good. So I will take this. Let me see. Renee has an artificial Christmas tree that she decorates with orange lights and leaf garland. Ah, I like that. And leaf picks. I bet that is great. You know, I have always talked about that, oh my gosh, maybe I should like get some kind of an artificial tree. I actually have, I think they call it a slimline or a pencil tree. I could have it in my foyer and then decorate it for the holidays. So that is a great thought. Hasn't happened, sadly, but I think it would be a lot of fun. Okay, so for here, what I'll do is I am just going to put this piece here. See how I'm over it just a little bit because I just want it to slide under. And I'm not going to push hard yet. And then for here, I am going to put my, because I see, the reason I didn't is because I might want that a little higher. Let me see. Okay. So then I will put my dimensionals on each side. And I can actually use the bigger ones if I want. So I'll put one here, one here. Okay. And then when I put it on here, originally I had it kind of attached to the orange and I didn't care for that. I thought it could be a lot better. Let me not get that under my words. So when I put this in here, let me see. Yeah, by golly. I think that will work because it does stick down underneath it a little bit. There we go. Okay, look good? Put it all down. So now when I open my card, the orange is on that side. It says, aren't you glad it's Christmas? Because we are going to be celebrating the season. And then when I pull it over, that goes right there and it holds it shut. So this was kind of new that I did. I want to know what y'all think. Please give a shout out. Let me know if you liked seeing the card kit and then seeing it taken to a new level. I like it because I feel like it addresses all stampers. But I've got one more thing to show you. When I first received this kit, I received it from my second upline, Melissa Ellis, and she's extremely talented. So what she did is, given it as a kit, she made a tag. She made this gorgeous tag. She used the distressed gold with the tag dies, and this is how beautiful of a gift it would make. When I saw this, I'm like, oh my gosh, why did they put this sticky label on the front? Well, here's what's great. This sticky label pulls right off. They have to put it on there so they know what it is. I get that. And so for your gift, you could put it on the back. And then you can take this. It was so pretty, I didn't want to even untie it. So you can just take this and loop it on here. Hold on, let me go this way. And if you make your tag with some red ribbon, let me get my corner. Probably would have been easier to untie it, but I didn't want to. Slide it down, slide it up. You have a gorgeous gift to give. I'm telling you, they're great. Do your Christmas shopping today. Get it started while they are up to 30% off. You need to check out all the kits because, again, they're all just beautiful. And with anything with Stampin' Up, it's just hard because everything is more beautiful in person. It's really hard to do justice. So I hope you enjoyed it today. Again, give me a shout out if you did. I am looking forward to sharing other kits with you too, and of course those special folds. So if you'd like to order these kits, this kit, you can go to creatingwithcolleen.com and hit shop now. The kit itself, if you need to know, you shouldn't have trouble finding it, but if you do, the number is 160338. It is called Cozy and Bright. Normally $23, on sale for $18.40. So please use this hostess code if your order is less than $150. And don't forget, tomorrow is also the last day to redeem your bonus days coupons. So that was when in July, when you placed a minimum $50 order, you actually got a $5 coupon to use. So please use those coupons because once they're gone, they're gone. And don't forget, if you are local, our World Card Making Day Stamp Fest in Virginia Beach. It's Memorial United Methodist Church, October 7th from 11 to 4. It's for demonstrators. We are going to show you an amazing day. We're going to play bingo, 5 games of bingo. We're going to have 8 make and takes, door prizes, favors, tons of displays. So you'll have lots of inspiration from the catalog. And it's a potluck buffet, so you're going to eat well too. So if you don't get my newsletter already, please go to creatingwithcolleen.com and request it. All of this information included in the videos comes to you in the form of an email. So thank you so much for joining me. And you all know if there's ever anything I could do for you, please let me know, because I really do think just being with all of you and helping you any way I can is the best part of what I do. So love you all. Have a great day and do something creative this week. Bye-bye.